What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm doing race 6 for the 2025 Mission 176 at the Glen. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This weekend, the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series has the Watkins Glen International Speedway, a 2.45-mile road course that puts on really great and fantastic racing in all three series. A lot of opportunities to make moves, a lot of aggressive racing, and can produce some really exciting finishes from time to time. The last time we ran at Watkins Glen in the Craftsman Truck Series, only back in 2021, and Austin was able to pick up his first ever road course victory of his career. He will not be back this time around, as of course he is still full-time in the NASCAR Xfinity Series and returning from a suspension from this past week from the race at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. But before I go and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for Friday. So weather for Friday currently at the moment is looking really promising. It's going to be 84 degrees a high with 63 degrees as a low with a 0% chance of rain with partly cloudy skies. Going to be some pretty beautiful weather headed out to the racetrack this weekend. Not too hot, not too cold, just right. You may need to bring a jacket early in the morning, but once the race begins, the weather should be really soft, and the weather should be really good for this weekend at Watkins Glen. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel, here's how picks usually work. I do two suck picks, two drivers I expect to struggle throughout the weekend who haven't really had the pace and speed this year. I do $200 picks, two drivers who desperately need a good run who are really good at this type of track and under fun equipment. And I do my winner's pick, the driver thinks is going to win the race overall. And for this weekend, instead of 4 drivers you need to watch out for, I got 5 drivers you need to watch out for, along with the race winner. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for the 2025 Mission 176 at the Glen? My first suck pick for this weekend at Watkins Glen is the driver of the 5 truck for Tricon Garage, Tony Breidinger. Look, Tony Breidinger, yes, she brings a lot of funding and a lot of sponsorship over to the team. However, this season so far has been a massive dumpster fire for her. She's only had a couple top 20 so far this year. She's been way worse than Dean Thompson was behind the wheel, and there just hasn't been that pace and speed that I didn't think many of us kind of thought. We thought she'd be a little bit better than she's been. She was not that good at Lime Rock, the most recent road course race they ran in trucks. I think she's not going to have the pace and speed. I think she unfortunately struggles quite a bit. I think she finishes near the middle to back of the pack for sure, more than likely this weekend at Watkins Glen. My second suck pick for this weekend at Watkins Glen is a driver of the 15 truck for Tricon Garage, Tanner Gray. Tanner Gray's had some decent runs, especially in recent weeks, had a top 5 finish at Pocono, and has shown some decent speed throughout the year at times. But Tanner Gray is not a banner road course guy. He struggled at Lime Rock earlier this year, has not been good at Circuit Americas in the past in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. I just don't trust Tanner Gray when it comes to racing at a road course. Again, he's had some decent runs this year in truck competition, but I just don't think he's going to have the pace and speed to contend. I think it's going to be a little bit of a rough week for Tanner Gray. I don't think it'll be a major factor in contender. I think it'll be a little bit of struggle for Tanner Gray this weekend in the Truck Series race at Watkins Glen International Speedway. And now we're going ahead and jump on the underdog picks for the 2025 Mission 176 at the Glen. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this weekend at Watkins Glen is a driver of the 70 truck for Brent Cruz Motorsports, Brent Cruz. Brent Cruz is making his first start for his new team and new organization that he is owning, and we know that Brent Cruz is a really good road course racer, as he was really fast at a race in Lime Rock, had top 5 and top 10 speed, and he's won multiple road course races in the lower series, including a TA2 championship. I think he'll be a factor for at least a top 5 for sure. I just don't trust the equipment fully to be up there to contend for the overall win, but it wouldn't surprise me or shock me if he does go to Victory Lane, considering how good he is at road course racing. I think he's really good. I think he's a solid driver, and I think he's got a solid chance and opportunity to run well. I think he will contend for a pretty good run this weekend at Watkins Glen. My second underdog pick for this weekend at Watkins Glen is a driver to 75 truck for Henderson Motorsports, Parker Kligerman. Parker Kligerman is back in the Craftsman Truck Series this weekend, and I think Parker actually could be a sleeper to go to Victory Lane. He's been really good at road courses, including winning a Truck Series race at Mid-Ohio back in 2022, holding off a hard-charging Zane Smith. I think Parker will be at least a top 10 threat. He was always a top 5, top 10 threat at road courses, and really won a few of them in the Xfinity Series last year. I think Parker will have a solid shot and opportunity. I think he'll have some really good pace and speed. I think that Henderson's going to bring it this weekend. I think they're going to have one of their best runs of the year. I think he will contend for the overall win in victory this weekend at Watkins Glen with Henderson. And now we're going to go ahead and jump on to the winner's pick for the 2025 Mission 176 at Watkins Glen. Who is my winner's pick? My winner's pick originally was not in this race until it was announced yesterday that Caden Honeycutt would not be back with Nice Motorsports for the remainder of the season. Of course, Caden will have a new ride for the remainder of the year. The driver I'm picking to win is taking over that truck for this weekend. I am going with the driver of the 45 truck for Nice Motorsports, Connor Zilch, to pick up his first career NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series win and a second national touring victory in NASCAR's top 3 divisions at Watkins Glen. Connor Zilch is making, I believe, only his first or second Truck Series start of the year, but even though Nice Motorsports may not be as strong as like Spire Motorsports per se, Connor's a fantastic road course racer and has always been very, very good at Watkins Glen and is one of the best road course racers, not just in NASCAR, but maybe the country as well. I think Connor is going to be a major factor for the win. I think the pace and speed will be there for Connor in the number 45 truck. I think he'll be the guy taking that truck to victory lane. I'm going to go with Connor Zilch to pick up the win and get it done this weekend at Watkins Glen. And now we're going to jump on the drivers you need to watch out for this weekend at Watkins Glen. Who should you have your eyes out on? The first driver you need to watch out for this weekend at Watkins Glen is the driver of the 11 truck for Tricon Garage, Corey Heim. Corey Heim will be the only driver that's full-time in the truck series I have as one to watch because Corey Heim has been super, super good at road course racing truck competition as he won the most recent one at Lime Rock Park. He was really, really good there at Lime Rock and he dominated the event. He's been so good this year, been the best guy in truck competition throughout the season. I think the pace and speed will be there for Corey Heim. I think they're going to bring it. I think we'll have a really strong run this weekend at Lime Rock. The second driver we need to watch out for this weekend at Watkins Glen is the driver of the 07 truck for Spire Motorsports, Kyle Busch. Yes, I know the 07 truck has not been super, super good at times this year, but I actually think this truck will have some really good speed. I think Kyle Busch can get the best out of equipment. He, of course, has won so far with Spire Motorsports earlier this year at Atlanta. I think this truck will actually have some good speed. I think the driver matters a lot more at these road course tracks, so I think Kyle Busch will be a factor. He's never won here before in trucks, but I think we'll have a good chance and opportunity to contend for a potential win this weekend at Watkins Glen. The third driver we need to watch out for this weekend at Watkins Glen is the driver of the 52 truck for Hallmer Friesen Racing, Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell is making, I believe, his first Truck Series start of the 2025 season, and Christopher Bell is a pretty solid road course racer. Of course, he is substituting for Stuart Friesen and is out currently at the moment due to injury. I think Bell will actually give this truck a run for the money. We haven't seen Hallmer Friesen contend for wins on road course in recent years. I think that's going to change. I think Bell's going to take this equipment and run very solidly and really, really well. I think this truck will contend for a potential win. It wouldn't surprise me or shock me if Bell gets his first truck win in quite some time. I think he will be a factor for the win this weekend at Watkins Glen. The fourth driver we need to watch out for this weekend at Watkins Glen is the driver to 66 truck for ThorSport Racing, Chris Buescher. Chris Buescher is making his first career NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series start this weekend at Watkins Glen, and they've picked up a good driver for this. Chris Buescher has been so consistent in the next-gen era when it comes to being in the next-gen car, and of course, he is a defending winner of the NASCAR Cup Series race at Watkins Glen as well. I think that experience is going to play a major role. And the last time the 66 truck ran a road course, Cam Waters got a top 5. So I think Chris Buescher will be a factor for a really good opportunity to win. It wouldn't surprise me if he picks up the win this weekend. I think he's going to have a really good chance to get it done. And the fifth and final driver that I think you should watch out for this weekend at Watkins Glen is the driver of the 44 truck for Nice Motorsports, Ross Chastain. Ross Chastain is someone that isn't talked about a lot on road courses, but generally he's a pretty good road course guy. He runs up front consistently. He's been good, especially in the truck series of road courses. Had a shot to win a COTA a couple of years ago with Nice. I think that his truck is going to be really solid and really, really good. I think that Nice is going to bring the pace and speed for Ross Chastain, and I think, again, Ross Chastain will have a pretty good shot and a decent opportunity to maybe go out there and pick up a victory and get his first truck win of 2025 this weekend at Watkins Glen. So, those are my race picks for the 2025 Mission 176 at the Glen. Just a reminder, my select picks are Tony Breidinger, Tanner Gray. My underdog picks are Brent Cruz, Parker Kligerman. My winner's pick is Connor Zilch. And the ones to watch out for, Corey Heim, Kyle Busch, Christopher Bell, Chris Buescher, and Ross Chastain. Those are my race picks. So, that is going to be it for the Race 6 video for the 2025 Mission 176 at the Glen. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me to Facebook and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. List description below that, and comment your picks below for this weekend at Watkins Glen. Tell me your suck picks, your underdog pick, your winner's pick, and let me know the drivers you're watching out for this weekend at Watkins Glen. Let me know them in the comments below. If any major news drops later today, we'll discuss it live on the channel. Tomorrow, we're going to have race picks for the Cup Series Series race at Watkins Glen. We're also going to have the Xfinity Series race picks as well. Then, of course, on Thursday, we'll probably have a NASCAR news video dropping and a paint scheme video as well. And then on Friday, we will be doing reactions to the NASCAR Truck Series race and probably even the ARCA race as well. If any major news breaks on Thursday, we'll discuss it live here on the channel as well. And then, of course, on Saturday and Sunday, we'll have reactions to the Xfinity and Cup Series races from Watkins Glen. And then on Monday, we'll have a NASCAR news video dropping as we head into Richmond. We got a lot of content coming on people like Haley Deegan, Shane Van Gisbergen, Carl Edwards, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Paul Walsh, Ross Chastain, Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Ryan Preece, Cletus Farr, and Dodge Ram. We'll talk about them in the coming days. Colleague Racing, Will Brown, Frankie Muniz, Cam Waters, Mark Feeney, you name it, all the good stuff. We'll be talking about it on the channel in the coming days and weeks. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode. I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content, other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.